Denver 303 is back with more on where the top 6 places that we think are going to be the best place to take your loved one on a date in Denver, Colorado, without taking her to a restaurant. Taking her on an adventure that is going to be filled with lots of memories. Number 6 on the countdown will be the escape room. Denver 303 would suggest having fun while the escape room challenges both of you. Let's give you a little background on escape rooms and how they got started. It's called an escape room, aka puzzle room, and also an exit room. They started with video games and eventually merged into mobile apps. It was initially called escape the room games. These began as flash games for web browsers. The earliest game to resemble escape rooms was True Dungeon in 2003 by Jeff Martin, who works for True Adventures LLC in Indianapolis. A team-based game where players examine a room and find clues to advance to the next scene. You must solve mental and physical problems to accomplish a goal in a limited amount of time. True Dungeon focuses on problem solving and teamwork. In 2007, a 35-year-old man named Takeo Kato from Japan, who created Real Escape Games, REG. It is based in Kyoto. In 2012, Real Escape Games came to San Francisco. Later that year, Seattle creates Puzzle Break, founded by Nate Martin, the first American escape room company. As of 2019, there are over 50,000 estimated escape rooms worldwide from Europe, Australia, Japan, Singapore, and even the USA. The vast market for escape rooms is growing, and startup costs are continuing to increase in the UK over the past 5 years. Escape rooms are seen on popular TV shows such as Bob's Burgers, The Big Bang Theory, My Little Pony, It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia, and Brooklyn Nine-Nine. They are in your favorite books as well. The escape room is fun and adventurous. If you guys are close and you think you can solve puzzles in less than an hour, then give it a shot. There are over 16 different escape rooms in Denver. We just want to show you what the best one that is in your neighborhood, and you didn't even know it. Fox News talked about the Escape Works Denver, the title called What to Do in the Mile High. The Denver Escape Works is a place to have fun and be a team with your loved one or even family. You can have groups of 2 or groups of 12. At Escape Works, there is 3 different types of puzzles, mysteries to solve, or even choose from. Clues to the next clue so that you can escape. Must be done in an hour. Only one way out. There are 3 scenes to choose from. The first would be Blackbeard's Brig. In this scene, you will have no time to waste. You've been sent to capture the notorious pirate Blackbeard, but instead he's captured you. If you can escape the brig and sail to safety, then you'll be rewarded with the pirate's booty. But you must watch out for Squawker's Blackbeard's parrot. The average time to escape this room is 49.6 minutes. The record time to beat, 42 minutes. The success rate overall is 52%. Next scene will be the Egyptian tomb. You and a team are experts in archaeology that is trapped in a tomb that has not been opened since 1940s. When a famed archaeologist disappeared searching this room, it's up to you to retrace the footsteps, find out his fate, and escape less than 60 minutes. Record time to beat will be 32 minutes. Average escape time, 45 minutes. The success rate is 23.4%. Do you think you can beat these odds? The last scene will be Casino Heist. You and your team have been planning this heist for months. The mastermind of the plan went rogue. He sold you and your team to the police and is planning the heist alone. You and your team have 60 minutes to get to the casino, to the vault, and escape before you're caught. The average time to escape will be 51 minutes. Record time to beat is 33 minutes and 35 seconds. Overall success rate is going to be 12.3%. Escape Works Denver is located at 1529 Champa Street in Denver, Colorado, zip code 80202. Telephone number 303-945-6521. You can either set an appointment or they do walk-ins as well. So if you think you can beat the clock in less than an hour, then take a shot with your loved one, him or her, and have a race for time.
Number 5 on the countdown will be Comedy Works Downtown. Originally named The Comedy Shop in 1981 and owned by George McCulvey. This was the godfather of Denver comedy community. Doug Olson and Ed Nicholas renamed it Comedy Works and moved it to the basement space of the granite Graham Clayton building in Larimer Square. This is the first nightclub in Denver to have professional comedians on a full-time basis. Over the years, they've grown big and now has a South Club which features a lounge, restaurant, and a ballroom. They had Roseanne Barr, Jerry Seinfeld, George Lopez, Chris Rock, and even Ellen DeGeneres performing on these stages, just to name a few. We researched over 15 comedy clubs in Denver, Colorado, and targeted Comedy Works downtown. They have 4.4 stars and 11,306 Google reviews. Comedy Works seemed to be the spot to go see top comedians that come on certain days of the month. Their tickets go fast, so make sure to book ahead of time to make sure your seat is reserved. Comedians such as Bobby Lee, Kevin Nealon come to Denver, Colorado in Larimer Square. Comedy Works is now enforcing COVID laws and is requiring you to have a vaccine shot to prove it. You do not have to have COVID-19. You cannot bring a negative test as an alternative. There are forms on their website page to fill out, so it exempts you if you have religious beliefs or medical conditions. Print off a form and a negative COVID test, and you can get in. Don't let this detour you away from laughing. There is one other comedy club that we will share with you, and they do not have a COVID restriction. So if you're not ever getting the shot, because you would have been by now, then go check out the Denver Comedy Lounge. They also have 4.4 stars with 59 Google reviews. Great comedians pass through. David Hill is one of them. The Denver Comedy Lounges is only open Friday, Saturday, and Sunday from 6 p.m. to 11 p.m. Saturday night stand-ups are the best. You don't want to miss out on some of the funniest people out there. Great place to take him or her to the comedy clubs in Denver.
Number 4 on the countdown will be wine painting. Let's go back in time a little bit. Wine has been valued for thousands of years now. And with art combined, it goes all the way back to centuries of the 1500s to 1600s. We like to break it down for us so we can see how wine and art play a big role in artists today and making masterpieces. Goes back to which we believe is ancient Egyptian art. Egyptians believed that wine was important, sacral, and curative, and even funeral value. Grape seeds were evidence from inside the tombs. Wine in Egypt had feasts dedicated to Osiris. This was the god of wine. Art preserves these memories on tombs and buildings. Advancing to ancient art, from Egyptian art, wine became a big part of Phoenicians, Greeks, and later the Etruscan. Venetio inspired many artists such as Michelangelo, Titan, and Caravaggio. The spread of wine in ancient art in the West has original Hellenic vase art called craters. That shows them mixing, diluting wine, and water, depicting images that are related to wine and its consumptions. Wine is seen in many Italian paintings, works of art, and depicting banquets in everyday moments of life. Originally Dionysus to most of us, Bacchus to others, he was a young man who was the son of the supreme god Zeus. The ancient Romans called him Bacchus, the god of grape harvest, wine, and ecstasy. He teaches art of cultivating and growing the plant. Caravaggio did his art in paintings, while Michelangelo carved and architected a sculpture of Bacchus in 1497. In the 20th century, we had artists like Juan Gris, Picasso, or Miro. They all turned their passions from wine and created masterpieces. The pairing of wine and art have been friends for centuries, with many more centuries to come. Now that you're updated with knowledge, we can fast forward the time to 2021. Wikipedia calls it paint and sip industry. Basically, it means that you are accompanied with wine that have big groups on painting lessons. There are over 21 wine and painting companies that encourage trying wine and painting, but of course, you do not have to be a wine lover. You are invited to sit with your loved one, and sip wine, and paint with the instructors. Imagine dinner and wine, but now it's wine and painting. At Sipping and Painting on Hampton I-25, they quote, "Everyone has an inner artist that needs a little encouragement, or maybe some wine?" They offer a variety of different packages that you can paint with, either beginner acrylic paint, or sign up for certified Bob Ross products. This is wet on wet oil painting classes. Artists at Sipping and Paint teach kids, ages 6 and up, 7 days a week, no experience necessary. They have a calendar to set appointments, see pricing and times, save your seat today. They also have virtual painting parties on Zoom as well if you don't feel safe around other people. They do not require you to be vaccinated to get into Sipping and Paint. Kids can paint at home. They have kits for $20 and you can use YouTube videos to get ideas, or even Pinterest. Sipping and Paint is a non-profit organization for community groups and schools. For adults it's $30 to $40 per person, depending on time and dates. Owners, Saul and Nancy. If you love to sip wine, or just want to experience how the medieval people, or ancient Egyptians, or the Romans paint and drink wine, then we suggest checking out Sipping and Painting or any of the other 20 places in Denver, Colorado.
Number 3 on the countdown will be for people who enjoy being creative with painting, in a 420 environment, in Denver, Colorado. There is a little place called Puff Pass and Paint. But before we give you the details, we are going to take you back in time when marijuana was illegal. We will discuss how, and when, marijuana became legal in Colorado. Colorado first restricted the use of marijuana in 1917, which would result in a fine of $10 upwards to $100 and jail time. In 1937, there was a Marijuana Tax Act in place. Moses Baca was arrested for possession of marijuana, and Samuel Caldwell for dealing marijuana. They were the first people to be arrested in Colorado for not paying marijuana tax. On November 7, 2000, 54% of Coloradians voted yes on Amendment 20 to pass the new law of medical marijuana in Colorado. You can grow up to 6 plants, no more than 3 of them can be in the flower stage. You can possess up to 2 ounces. Amendment 63 was passed in 2012, which made recreational marijuana legal for users to possess up to an ounce on their person and grow 6 plants at a time, with 3 of them must be in flower. Retail stores, dispensaries, didn't open until January 2014. Dispensaries are now like 7-Eleven, almost on every corner. The marijuana industry is growing in large numbers at a fast pace over the years now, and will continue increasing in big numbers over time. All these amendments made it possible for small companies, such as Puff Pass and Paint, to allow them to create a peaceful environment. These paint and smoke companies are in other states. They are the same states that allow recreational marijuana. Check and see if you live in a state that does this, and if so, see which one is close to you. Puff Pass and Paint gives you advantage to do something other than the bar or drinking. It's BYOC, bring your own cannabis. You can come alone, with friends, birthday parties, parties for bachelors and bachelorettes. Puff Pass and Paint's motto isn't about making the perfect piece of art. It's about being part of an atmosphere that is relaxed, comfortable, open-minded, and allowing yourself to freely create your own original masterpiece. Heidi Keys is the instructor, and will do class from home. If you do not paint with a group, they have paint at home kits, which includes the 11 inches by 14 inches canvas and all paint brushes, acrylic paints, 1/8 of smokable hemp, rolling papers, and AP3 lighter. When you arrive for a class, your materials include all paint brushes, 11 by 14 canvas. Any other supplies will be included in the cost of the class. It is $49 per person. Their calendar is always open and you can book appointments at any time. Puff Pass and Paint has painting classes, private groups that can have up to 20 people at $50 per person, for 2 hours. You can learn how to cook cannabis, do pottery, even tie-dye your shirt or mask. Their affiliate is Colorado Cannabis Tours, which of course, gives tours. They take you to experience the best dispensaries. You get to smoke on the bus as they drive you around Denver. They have friendly 420 hotels you can stay at, cannabis-infused massages, airport pickups and drop-offs, vape rentals and more. If you live in Denver, and not had a chance to check out these type of companies, we suggest that you do. Dispensaries got valuable information for those who are wanting to check out these friendly companies. Don't hesitate. If you're ready to paint, then book a class on their website today. They have a 4.5-star rating on Google and 1,198 reviews on Yelp. They strive to keep a friendly and clean environment with COVID-19 around and require you to wear your mask to be safe.
Number 2 on the countdown will be mini golf. We researched the web and there are over 12 mini golf places that we reviewed in Denver. Golf dates back to 1827 for women golfers. Mini golf traces back to Scotland. This is a ladies' golfing club of St. Andrews. There are many stories of who first had their mini golf course up from James Well Barber. Mini golf was traced back to China between the years of 937 and 975 BC. Experts argue the original date. No one seems to know, because Dutch historians swear Denmark claimed the sport in 1297. Monster Mini Golf in Denver is going to be a fun family-friendly environment, with monsters and cool redemption prizes to claim. This is a mini glow-in-the-dark arcade that is entertaining with friends and your loved ones, him or her. The game plays 18 holes that have bright black lights, so that you can see the pop culture art, monsters, and more art that are hidden when you pass through the whole mini golf course. There are many obstacles that your ball maneuvers around. You must get the ball in the hole, in so many shots. At Monster Mini Golf, in Denver, they have a virtual reality game which seems to be the main attraction, with an arcade inside as well. Monsters pricing is on their webpage, which is $9 for little monsters and $11 for big monsters, animated monsters. They got military discounts and college student discounts with valid IDs starting at $9. Their monstrous mission is to provide every guest for all ages 5 to 95 years of age the most unique, affordable, engaging family fun entertainment that you're going to love. These are their top priorities. Monster Mini Golf Denver has 30 centers and growing. They have birthday parties and group events. Come check out this fun, engaging entertainment, so that you and your loved one can spend the evening at Monster Mini Golf in Denver, or check out the other 11 mini golf courses. This golf course is indoors. They have 4 stars on Yelp, and 4.9 on Facebook with 155 votes. The casino will be number 1 on the countdown. What better place to have a good time than at a casino? So, let's take a look at how casinos came to be and how they operate today. The word casino comes from the Italian word casa, which means home in Spanish. The term casino can refer to a modest country or villa, summer residence, or social club that dates from the 19th century. Although the exact origins of gambling are unknown, gambling in some form or another has existed in practically every community throughout history. From ancient Mesopotamia to the Greeks, Romans, Napoleonic France, and Elizabethan England, history is replete with tales of amusement based on chance games. According to Wikipedia, in early American history, gambling institutions were known as saloons, and key towns such as St. Louis, New Orleans, Chicago, and San Francisco impacted the development of saloons. State legislation made it illegal to do so. Gambling was allowed in the early 20th century, with the state of Nevada becoming America's first casino in 1931. Then, in 1976, New Jersey legalized gambling in Atlantic City, which is today the second largest gambling city in the United States. Craps, roulette, baccarat, blackjack, and video poker are examples of games of chance with a skill aspect that customers can play. These games have mathematically established odds, ensuring that the house has an advantage over the players at all times. Video lottery machines, often known as slot machines, have grown in popularity in casinos and have become the most popular form of gambling. In 2011, researchers are investigating whether modern-day slot machines are addictive or not. In Colorado, you have 3 options: Black Hawk Casino, Cripple Creek, or Central City. When you're gambling, you have a lot of options, including the opportunity to feel a little like you're in Las Vegas. Black Hawk City is one of Colorado's most popular gaming destinations, imitating Nevada with a strip of small casinos clustered together. To name a few, there's the Wild Card Saloon, Saratoga Casino, and the Monarch. You must be 18 to gamble and 21 to drink at Black Hawk, and most of them have a spa and hotel where you can stay if you like. There are 17 to select from. However, if you are fully vaccinated, you do not need to wear a mask at Ameristar Resort and Spa. If you are not, you must always wear your facial mask. You can get excellent bargains from all of them, such as vouchers for a longer stay or savings on your next play if you sign up. There are hot seats where you can win just by sitting at a slot machine. Be sure to sign up for contests and raffles as well. In the comments below, tell us if you've gone to any of these top 6 places to take him or her out on a date, and if so, what you thought of it. If you have not been to any of them yet, then we hope you would choose one of these top 6 places for a date other than supper. Please let us know if you have any thoughts for our future video. Without you, we won't be able to make anything happen. We appreciate everyone that tunes into our station. We thank you for your time, every minute of it is valued. Other videos about the top 6 in Denver, Colorado can be seen here. Please subscribe or like this video if you enjoyed it. We won't be able to achieve it without you.